Yo, what is up, man? It's your boy Damn D, and I am here with a video, man. It seems like, man. Now, I'm not big on politics, right? I ain't big on politics at all. I'm not about to sit here and say that I am. But I find it very interesting that a lot of black people are speaking out against Kamala Harris. And if it's one thing I know about black people is that we tend to stick together. And the simple fact that a lot of people is talking against Kamala is very interesting. And once again, I'm not the biggest politic person. But if I know one thing from Obama, whether you hate him or love him or the case may be, at the beginning, everybody was pro-Obama. Now people feel a certain type of way about him after he has served. But one thing that I know that we definitely stick behind each other when, it's time to. And I see a lot of people going against Kamala. And I'm hearing this story. I'm hearing that side of the story. Stephen A. Smith is going against Kamala too. Oh, this is bad. This is bad with Stephen A. Smith. Now, Stephen A. Smith is the coon of all coons. So when Stephen A. Smith is saying something, oh, I know this is bad. So, dang, Kamala, are you really that bad? Now, we know Buck dancing Stephen A. Smith. He'd do anything for his master. He said, the first thing I do when I wake up is I think about how I can get my boss some money and how I can get some of that. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. How can I make my boss some money and how can I get some of that? When I heard that, I said, oh yeah, he gone. Yeah. He's Bojangles. Oh yeah, he's Uncle Tom. Oh yeah, he's one of them. So we already know where Stephen A. Smith come from. But to hear Stephen A. Smith go against Kamala, dang, Kamala, are you that trash? Sheesh.
The New York Times/Siena College poll released Saturday shows Vice President Kamala Harris leading former President Donald Trump in 3 key swing states. The poll, conducted between August 5th and August 9th, found that if the election were held today, 50% of voters among the likely electorate in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania would choose Harris, while 46% say they would choose Donald Trump. The Harris campaign has gotten a boost since President Joe Biden dropped out of the race last month, July 21st to be exact, and endorsed his VP. She's raised more than $300 million and has drawn Trump-like crowds at rally stops in Wisconsin, Michigan, Arizona, and Nevada. Before I get to my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, let me show y'all this poll to juxtapose what was transpiring in June. National poll, August 12th, has Harris up 48% to 47% for Trump. That's as of today, okay? So the national poll average is showing. Less than 2 months ago, June 28th, Trump had a 5-point lead, okay? So let's understand something. Let's understand this right now. This is a beautiful thing. If you're a Democrat, you're a leftist, because you're looking at it, in my opinion, all wrong. Let me be the first to say, that doesn't mean shit to me. It means nothing to me. Ladies and gentlemen.
Dang! Okay, Stephen.
We got to decide whether you're trying to win or not. And whether you truly believe you deserve to win. Now, I've been on the record. I'm going to support my sister Kamala Harris, HBCU grad just like myself, Vice President of the United States of America, former Attorney General for the state of California, former District Attorney in the city of San Francisco. I see what folks have been saying, not all, not most, but some folks have been trying to say about her. You understand, questioning her intellect and all of this other stuff. Now, I ain't going for that. We ain't going to get into questioning her ethnicity either. You don't sit up there and get to tell us that we got a speck of black in our blood, then guess what? We black. But then all of a sudden, she's running for the President of the United States. You want to ask questions, is she black or is she Indian? I don't know. No, we don't get to do that. We ain't doing that, all right? But having said all of that, fair is fair. Fair is fair to independents out there. Fair is fair to conservatives and Republicans out there. There's certain things that we have to hold both sides to. Now, Joe Biden stepped aside as the presumptive Democratic nominee on July 21st. Okay? Now I'm going to look at this right now. I'm looking at my calendar because I just want to make sure. July 21st was a Sunday. We've had 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and 1 day since Joe Biden stepped aside. The only damn place we've seen Kamala Harris is at pep rallies. What's up? Somebody got to say something. And it can't just be the conservatives. Right is right. I'm talking to my sister here. Come on now. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. You got my vote. You running for the presidency of the United States of America. What you hiding for?
Dang.
And I mean hiding in plain sight. Somebody got to say it.
Dang.
Somebody got to say it.
Dang.
Now, you can't be running for the presidency of the United States. Not one single press conference, not one single one-on-one sit-down interview where somebody gets to question you about the questions that we ask. That's not fair.
Dang.
That's not fair. And if you're a conservative and you out there lambasting her for it, ridiculing her for it, trying to torment her for it or whatever, it is perfectly within your right to do so. All of you anti-conservatives out there, shut the hell up. That's a valid point. It ain't valid to bring up a blackness or an Indian heritage and to try to point to things of that nature. That's nonsense. But to ask her about her record, because she is attached to the Biden record, is definitely apropos, especially when you were bragging about the record.
Dang.
We talked about Biden being a transformative president. Well, stand on it then. Stand on it. Where you at? No George Stephanopoulos, no Meet the Press, no State of the Union. What's up? No Face the Nation, no Politico, no MSNBC. I understand why you wouldn't do Fox. Liberals don't really do Fox, just like conservatives don't really do MSNBC. You welcome to the Stephen A. Smith Show. I will gladly interview Donald Trump. I will gladly interview Kamala Harris. Name the time and place. I'll come to you. I'll come to you. I'll show up. Anytime. And I'm no political aficionado. I'm a need fact checkers. I don't know everything that y'all gonna say, but I know this much. I know how to ask the questions that Americans want to know.
Dang.
Kamala Harris.
Dang.
There are certain things that we have to ask you a question about.
Dang.
There's simply no way of getting around certain things.
Dang.
Weren't you against fracking?
Ooh.
Is that true?
Ooh.
And now you're for it?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Just asking.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
These are important questions to think about.
Uh-oh.
You're going to intensify
Uh-oh.
and elevate the importance of securing our borders. Were you always that way?
Uh-oh.
These are legitimate questions.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You no longer support a national ban on fracking.
Uh-oh.
Also, you no longer support the elimination of private health insurance.
Uh-oh.
Is it true that one time you supported those things?
Uh-oh.
When did your mind change?
Uh-oh.
How long ago was that?
Uh-oh.
When were you going to tell the American people?
Uh-oh.
Why'd you keep it from everybody?
Uh-oh.
And yes, it is a legitimate question. How much did you know about Joe Biden and the slippage? The cognitive decline that so many people have alluded to on both sides of the aisle now.
Uh-oh.
Did you ever feel compelled to tell anybody? I know you didn't want to come out and dime him out publicly, but privately, were you working behind the scenes? Did you tell folks about this? Did you talk to Joe Biden himself about that?
Well.
These are legitimate questions for a presidential candidate.
Uh-oh.
And the reason why I think it's important, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this issue up. I support Kamala Harris over Donald Trump. But fair is fair. Why is it more important than ever before? I could bring up Hillary Rodham Clinton in 2016.
Uh-oh.
And I understand that James Comey came about and basically got in the way of everything with the whole deleted email scandal.
Yeah,
just a couple of weeks before Election Day. But isn't it true that you thought you had the election in the bag and didn't necessarily campaign in places like Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, swing states like that, prior to the election? While Donald Trump did campaign in those elections in 2016?
Uh-oh.
Is it not true that just in this cycle, that there wasn't really a primary for the Democrats?
Uh-oh.
Because the way was paved for President Joe Biden. This is not about Kamala Harris. This is about the Democratic Party.
Ooh.
How dare you?
Ooh.
How dare you?
Ooh.
If the man is ready and qualified to run for the presidency of the United States of America, why are you getting in the way of competition? Let the American people decide. I don't give a damn if it's Dean Phillips or somebody else.
Ooh. Ooh.
Let us decide. We're the voters. Let us decide. That's all I'm saying. I'm talking to the Democrats and the Republicans. You see, when you want to sit up there and you want to crucify Donald Trump, I'm down for that. I don't like a lot of stuff about Donald Trump. I can't deny, however, the man does a whole bunch of interviews. Get ready to get interviewed by Elon Musk. Showed up to the National Association of Black Journalists. Knew that wasn't going to be a pleasant experience. You saw him. You didn't even say hello. How are you? We saw that. But he was there.
Hello. How are
I saw
you?
Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie, Vivek Ramaswamy.
Damn.
Nikki Haley.
Damn.
I saw people trying to knock him off in the primaries. The Republican conservative folks in this country spoke.
Damn.
We want Donald Trump, they said.
Yeah. Okay.
2 impeachments, $454 million civil case, 34 felony convictions.
Yep.
They said, we don't give a damn. He's our guy.
And he's still popping out.
Did we really get to make that choice about Joe Biden? We didn't. Because there was no primary. Perhaps if there was competition, perhaps if he had to compete for the position, and we heard other voices emanating from the Democratic side, from the left side, from the progressive side, we would have felt better. But the road was paved for Joe Biden to cakewalk to the Democratic convention, to be the official Democratic nominee, until he showed up for a debate on June 27th. And all hell broke loose thereafter. Had it not been for that, all we would have been doing was talking. But he still would have showed up in Chicago a week from now for the Democratic National Convention and pushed in as the Democratic nominee. Wait a minute. If that's the case, what's right about that? Now, you Kamala Harris, let me say this.
We go end it off right there. I'm going to do a part 2, but basically Stephen A. Smith is calling out and going off on Kamala Harris for not popping out and show niggas. She staying inside. You scared? Why you ain't doing no interviews? And like I said, man, I'm not the most up-to-date politician person. You know, this not going to be a politician's channel. But I see a lot of black people talking against Kamala. And normally we don't do that. So this is very interesting to listen to other people panels, because I am watching, you know, people panels on live stream. One thing I do love about YouTube is we get to hear people's opinions. In times like this, YouTube and social media is a great platform so you can hear other people's opinions. And I'm really paying attention to what people are saying. And I see a lot of black people speaking against Kamala, and I think that's interesting because normally we support each other. But even Stephen A. Smith is calling her out. Y'all leave a comment down below. Stephen A. Smith goes off on Kamala Harris for not popping out and showing niggas, for not doing interviews. Damn.